Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and this is our 1963 Ford F-100, and it is, from what we can tell, an all original matching numbers vehicle. It's got the 292 Y-block V8, and it fires right up. Battery's just a touch low, but great, easy firing up vehicle. Lights all work, wipers work. It's actually been quite rainy. I hope you can hear that. The heater works. Horn is not functional. Got the old 3-speed on the column, which I love. Nice and nostalgic. That at some level the fact that I can drive the 3-speed on the column with a camera in my hand is indicative of how easily the truck drives. It shifts through the gears very easily. It does have just a little bit of play in the steering wheel, about, let's say about that much right there. So for me, I say an old truck like this, I would say about a normal amount of play for its age and originality. But it drives nice and straight down the road, easy cruiser. Speedometer works, fuel gauge is working. I believe the temp gauge is also hooked up, oil pressure gauge works. Brakes stop nice and straight. I'm not touching the brake pedal right now, so you can see that that steering wheel is not turning at all to the left or the right when we're braking. Reverse. Works good. Back into first. Engine sounds awesome. I love the way these 292s sound. Hood opens with one hand. Right here, just a little bit of a exhaust gasket leak on this pipe. Little rag. One of the things that really impressed us about this truck is the originality, and that's why we jumped on grabbing this truck, and also wanted to jump up this morning. It's pretty rainy right now, and I'm trying to get out here and get this video done before it starts raining again. But the 292 Y block still got the manual brakes on it, but like I showed you before, one of the things I try to do is show the camera where I'm holding or letting go of the steering wheel, braking, and it's so it doesn't pull to the left or the right. Is great. It does have a new fuel pump. Engine runs fantastic. So these little gaskets here are actually very common. The nice thing is they're right up front, and they're pretty easy to fix, even if we've had to pull these bolts and tap and retap them, and never had an issue with that. So of course a lot of guys too will eliminate the original style exhaust and go for the dual style exhaust, but I like this for the originality, and the fact that it's even got the original air cleaner is awesome. Under the hood, super clean, nice inner fender wells, a little bit of dust, but firewalls in fantastic shape. Inner fender walls are great. Love the brass original radiator. I mean, hadn't even had a chance to warm up. This is a nice, cool running engine. I'm not going to touch the exhaust. Obviously, that gets hot instantly, but I didn't even drive the truck enough to really let it warm up, which is awesome. I love that. Never seen it overheat. There are a couple of tiny, tiny little spots around the truck. I'm not so sure that I would say that we're able to call it 100% rust free when you get really nitpicky on these tiny little things, but honestly, like that surface rust that would sand off if we were repainting. So I like to be honest about all these things. The little weep hole there looks great, but I mean, this is one of those trucks that, I mean, the body's so straight on, so original. They're just getting harder to find. Most guys are yanking the engines out, putting in automatics and, you know, 302s and all kinds of things. So love the originality, love the drivability of this truck. Pull the light switch. Lights are on. So when I got the truck, somebody had decided they wanted to put just a little bit of like a piece of vinyl here, and they had run it. You can actually see there's a little bit of a line. They run a piece of vinyl here. Just a little paint pop there that got pulled off with that vinyl. And a couple of little spots here. Some people just like the way things like that look. I don't think that he was necessarily trying to cover anything. I think it was just meant to be aesthetic. I pulled it off. I didn't like the way it looked at all. And if I was personally keeping this truck, I'd take it down to my buddy at the paint shop. I'd have the touch-up paint and just have them just do this, or maybe even just have them do the hood. And thank you. It's a cool bike. The truck is awesome. A couple of little spots here and there. I remember my buddies used to call them yard lizards, the guys that would go around and just do the simple touch-ups for you. I want to walk around to the back and show the lights. A very, very straight body. Very straight body. Lights are on back here. Just given that I didn't drive it enough and hadn't had it on the trickle charger, I'm going to turn the lights back off just to make sure we crank up and drive home. And like I said, that battery's just a touch on the weak side, just because we basically just hadn't had a chance to pull it out with it being rainy and with some of the other projects we're doing. So let's walk around and get picky on the truck. A couple little spots here and there, all the way around it. So like I said, if it was me, I'd probably get one of the guys to go around it and do the little touch-ups on it. Little spot right here. But that being said, I do live on a little farm, and if I was keeping this just as a farm truck, the other thing I'd probably do is not worry about the paint at all. Maybe have a little farm truck logo painted on the door or something like the old days, and maybe consider putting the original wheels back on it and calling it a day. And the only thing that's not original about the truck is the wheels. They're in great shape. They're not perfect, but they're in great shape. Tires on the front have a lot of tread on them. The front and rear tires have some cracking on them. Getting back to the body, just a couple of little spots here and there, all the way around the truck that I say, you know, we always say is typical for a driver quality vehicle. Little tiny nicks in here and there. Now we sell about, I'd say 95% of our vehicles to people off these videos and off the photographs, and hopefully as honest as possible, or we'll say brutally honest advertising. So I'm going around trying to be as picky as I can. I do sometimes miss tiny little things, but I try really hard. Tiny little surface rust spots there at the bottom. That looks like some sort of glue or something that would come off. Tiny little dent there. Yeah, in a lot of ways I think the value in this truck is its originality, and then just the fact that it's ready to go just like it is. I believe that the windshield is still original as well. You can see the glue coming undone just a hair on the edges, which is pretty normal. And then also the windshield scratches. Same with the windows. Doors, oh, that's another thing. Man, these doors, they close so solid. They are stiff and solid in a good way. When they're not loose or sagging. My friend who acquired this truck that we got it from, he says that the previous owner claims original mileage on it. Got it from an older gentleman. 63,800 miles is what the odometer shows. We can't verify that, it's just too old, but it's believed to be accurate. Carpet has a few little stains on it. Wouldn't know if that would be original carpet or if it might have been replaced years ago, but it looks like these, you know, little sills and things have never been removed. Rockers are in great shape, a little bit of surface rust here and dirt as we grab my little towel and wipe that off. But super, super solid. Hinge pockets are in great shape. I'm running a little long on this video, I didn't realize. I just looked up and saw that we're at 10 minutes, so I don't want to rush. Original gas tank. Headliner looks great. I don't want to rush, like I said, but I didn't want to get going too fast either, or too slow. Bottoms of the doors in fantastic shape. A couple little spots there, but really, really good. Driver's side door also opens and closes. Windows roll up like original. They're just a touch stiff, but they roll up nice. Hinge pockets on the driver's side are in great shape. Bottom of the door again here. And I think that crusty on the other side is some of that leftover glue from new weather stripping that was put on. Looks like somebody put some newer weather stripping on after it was painted. Rocker on this side is great, a little bit of pitting. Beautiful seat, no rips or tears. Diamond plated, covered original steel in the back. Let me get up underneath this truck and make sure we get this video done without too much more time. Oh, it's wet on the floor. This is where we really felt like the truck shined. The original, unmolested, unrepaired. Rockers, step sides, mounts. This is one of the more original and rust-free undercarriages I have seen in a while. Actually, my brother-in-law just listed his '66 Ford F-100 for sale also. And really, really solid truck too. But these don't even have any replacement parts that we know of. I was informed that this truck was all original steel, and it looks to be so. Looks like new bumpers were installed at the same time as the paint job. Super solid underneath. I'm not seeing rust on the, at least not, yeah, I'm not seeing any rust there really on the bed underneath, which is actually rare. Usually when you see diamond plate installed like this, it's covering rust. If there is some pitting and surface rust, it wouldn't surprise me right under the diamond plate, but from the underneath examination, finding this truck to be completely rust-free undercarriage. A little bit of dirt down here just from being on the farm. I have driven it around my little farm some, but paint pops from the undercoating, but that's not rust. Newer exhaust, original rear end, rockers, dirty like I said, but original. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to see, that this was cleaned, how clean and, painted that was maybe years ago, but not ever replaced. And I can tell by like the inner fender wells, when they painted the truck, they also it looks like they made an effort to paint, these inner fender wells under the fenders, but also under the hood when I was showing that at the beginning of the video. Well, hey, we're running up on 14 minutes. I try and keep these around more like 10 to 12, but I just wanted to be extra thorough on this all original 63 Ford F-100 short bed truck. Love the style side, just really great little truck. It's gonna make somebody super happy. And it's funny, when I do these videos, it gets my brain churning. Like I said, I usually say, hey, if I was gonna keep it, and after doing this video and running a little long, I'm gonna say original wheels, some new tires, and I think I'd just drive it. I don't think I'd mess with trying to touch up or do anything else. Maybe tackle that exhaust manifold leak. The nice thing is, I don't think that there are any leaks on where the exhaust manifold is attaching to the engine. I believe that those leaks that we're hearing are actually just on that exhaust the additional exhaust pipe that goes around the front that I pointed out. So here we are at 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. PeachtreeClassicCars.com. We have the current inventory on there. It's a great button to click and all of our prices. Look forward to hearing from you.